2 poodle mixes here, and they are my dogs. They're both getting shaved down. This guy here has a bad heart. So keep your fingers crossed. He's got a very bad heart. This does not stress him out today. We're going to start off by washing him real quick, so we're going to take off all his hairs so they'll last longer. He's on medication for his heart, so hopefully he will be okay. Makes me nervous, but at the same time, he still needs to be groomed. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and put some conditioner on you too. He's okay so far. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some of this hair off real quick before I wash her. I'm gonna use a 7 blade. The other one, it looked like they already cut his hair, like his back hair was pretty short, so I didn't shave him first. This one looks longer. If I can find my 7 blade, here's a skip tooth, that'll work. Just real quick. See, it's starting to get matted and it's hard to get this hair off. When it's dirty or when it's matted, the blades don't want to go through easily. If I don't get some of this hair off first, it is going to take forever to dry, and it's got a difficult coat to work with just because it doesn't dry. It takes a really long time. Even though she's smaller than her Cockapoo friend back there, she always takes longer than him because her hair, you have to go over it over and over and over and over and over. See, like right here, the blade doesn't want to go through. It goes through a lot easier if it's clean, but it's still this texture. It's just weird hair. I have to pull the skin tight to get the blade to go through. All right, that is good enough for now. We are going to go get in the bathtub. I just use a storage bucket to lift the dogs up. It has holes drilled in it for drainage, so I don't have to bend over in the tub all day. If you can imagine, I've been grooming 30 years and I have a bad back. All right, gonna get started blow drying him. I'm going to get my mask. Going to get my mask on and start shaving him down. His hair is so thick, he's going to take forever to dry, so I got to get some of this hair off first. I'm pretty sure he's a cockapoo. Some of these Cavalier, King Charles, Spaniels, Poodles, Cavapoos, they look like Cockapoos. I think he's a Cockapoo. He's pretty big. I used this toothbrush just to keep the hair from clogging up my clipper blade. I can't talk. He's doing good. I mean, I was worried about his heart. His mother had me scared. She says he coughs all the time, and he has not coughed yet. So that's a good sign. He's going to unclog this blade again. It's like, sorry, when you cut your grass, you know how the lawnmower always gets clogged up if you have wet grass? Well, dog hair is the same way in the clipper. I'm going to use a tin blade to shave out his potty area, his belly, and under his tail. Just shaving about 1 inch of his tail right here. He really doesn't want to stand up, so I'm going to go ahead and get my lazy dog prop out. It's just a box. Encourages them to stand up. They don't like to feel it on their belly, and if we're lucky, it just makes them stand up. Because I have to brush his tail out, and his tail won't dry. See, some of these dogs have such thick hair. They just won't dry, and I'm not standing here for half an hour trying to dry this dog. So I'm trying to get off some of the hair as we go, so it'll dry as we go. I'm going to thin out the bottom here. It's a little tangled up anyway. Just thinning out the bottom See? To get rid of some of this hair so it can dry faster, because I can't brush it out when it's wet. It's too hard. I mean, I can, but it's not as easy. Once I get it all brushed out, it'll dry really fast. I have to separate all these hairs. I'm using this mat splitter. This is good. It's like little razors. It's just good to separate all the hairs. It's not really matted. It's just a little tangled. It's just enough to keep you from being able to brush it. Most people, when they have their dog shaved down, they still want the tail long. Some people want everything shaved off, but this guy, I don't know what I'm doing with his ears. I have to look at his file. But I am just trimming the tail up. Like I said, once I get it, all these hairs separated, it'll dry really fast. And get my scissors, if I can find them. Get my scissors. And trim it up a little bit. That'll help it dry faster too. And then I'll come back to it and make sure it's even. Right now I just want to get some of the hair off. See, it is kind of tangled in here. I'm going to go ahead and thin it out a little bit more. They'll never notice. Just a couple strands. I'm just trimming up his feet and cutting his nails. All the dogs get their nails cut when they're groomed. Separating all his toes and trimming between his toes. He does not want to stand at all, so he's going to sit down. He does have a bad back, though. I do know. His mother said his back is in really bad shape. So I don't know. For all I know, his back might be hurting. So he doesn't want to stand up. Use my curved scissors just to round this off. And get my nail clippers. He does have back dew claws on the back and the front. Since the back dew claws curl around, I'm going to go ahead and use a different kind of nail clipper here so I can get in here. Cut this. Go ahead and use a 3 on his ears. I'm not really sure what they want. I looked at the file and it looks like we always do something different, so I don't know. She said short, and I personally don't like big long ears on short dogs, short-haired dogs, so I'm going to use a 3. Plus, he has a bad heart and he's not in good health, so I'm thinking just take the ears short. That way they don't have to mess with him. You know, they can just leave him alone. Not have to worry about him getting matted or dirty. It's just easier. That's my thoughts. They've got little mats all in them anyway. See, like this is all matted in here. It's all tangled up. I'll take my curved scissors and just trim around the edge. Use my straight scissors over here. Switch back to my curved scissors to round off the bottom of his ear. See, they're not totally shaved. There's a little bit hair left on them. I mean, it's longer than the body, but it's a little fluffy. He's done. I'm just going to wipe him down with some conditioning spray and dress him up. He did really good. No coughing at all. Maybe because he's nervous, he's a little distracted. His mother said he's been coughing a lot at home. But just going to wipe his eyes out, make sure his face is even. He's a Cocker mix, and Cockers have a really, it seems like they have like a oily layer over their fur, and they're really hard to get to dry. Hold on, I'm looking for my scissors. There they are. So his face just will not dry, and I don't like blow drying dogs' faces, so it's kind of greasy, and you have to be careful washing their face too, because you don't want to get the shampoo in their eyes. So it is what it is. Trim this, come underneath and trim that, and that corner right there. Okay. Gonna get some water and wipe his face off, and I'm gonna dress him up. Then I'm gonna get his little friend out in the back and finish her haircut. So I make the bandanas for all the dogs that are groomed here. They're free with their grooming. This one has a little bunny button on it. Is that your collar? It just slips over, it's comfortable. They don't even know they're wearing it. Okay. Tell everybody thanks for watching. Shaving under her tail with a tin blade, shaving out her belly with the tin blade also. It's pretty matted under there. I'm just going to shave out all the hair. Shaving out the pads of her feet with a 30 blade. Her feet are pretty matted. Her ankles are matted. She's got to go real short. Got to go short in the pads anyway, but I'm just saying. Her tail is very matted next to her skin. All in here is big hard clumps. So it's coming off. Gonna cut most of it off and see if I can just brush out the rest. At least that way it won't be completely bald. Going to go back through with my comb and just check for tangles. Still tangled a little bit, but it'll brush out since I cut the mats in half. I comb it all straight down and trim along the bottom. Her body is done, so I'm just going to go ahead and run a 3-blade over her ears and trim up her ears. I'm just doing her hair the same as her friend in the back. Everything short for the summertime. Her ears are all matted anyway. There's a bunch of big mats in there, so I'm just taking them off. These dogs are taking forever. It's already been 4 hours. For 2 dogs, that's a pretty long time. I'm just going to take my curved scissors and trim up around the edge of her ears. I'm going to use my 30 blade to shave the corners of her eyes very lightly, because this blade is sharp. Just skimming out the bulk of the hair. Look at those ears, isn't she cute? Take my straight scissors and trim along the bottom of her face. Kind of matted to be easier to brush once I get some of this hair off, because I already tried to brush it and it's tangled. So if I put the comb through, it won't go through them. It jams up because there's tangles or mats in here. Okay, I'm gonna go back with my curved scissors and round off her beard. See, still snagging up. There's more tangles in there, but I will find them and just cut them out. See, they're right there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut her face shorter. Hopefully I got the mats out that time. Yeah, they're out. She does not want her face touched. She grows hair in her ears. See all that hair inside the ear hole that needs to be pulled out? And that's what I'm about to do. It comes with the grooming. So her ears are nice and clean, and I'm going to go over her one more time to make sure there's no hairs out of place. Go back over her with my 7 blade. Take my curved chunkers and just blend in her face, if I can find my comb, and her ears real quick. Then I'm going to dress her up. I'm going to comb it all forward. She does not like her face touched. Just Blend this in, make sure it looks natural. I have my spray-on conditioner. I'm going to spray her down, wipe her off with the fragrance-free baby wipe, and wipe her face and eyes off with some water. I take a little bit more hair off right there in the corner. There we go. She's getting a daisy bandana with a little pom-pom. Do you like that? Yeah, is that your collar? It just slips over her collar. It's comfortable. She doesn't even know she's wearing it, but she knows she's done. Look at the tail. Are you ready? Yeah, hold on. Don't jump. Don't jump. We gotta dress you up first. She had some mats in her beard. If it looks a little choppy, I don't think it looks too bad at all. Yeah? You want to be pretty? Yeah? You want to be pretty? Hold on. If I can get this thing on here. There you go. Turn around. You're going to fall. Okay. Tell everybody, thanks for watching. There we go. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Fine.